Welcome to your daily Oracle message. My name is Yaila. Today's Oracle card is number 44. You know the way. And at the bottom it says, trust your intuition on this journey. We'll talk about the card in just a moment, but this is coming from the Oracle deck, Inner Child Oracle by Amanda Lynn Aisling. I hope I'm saying that correctly. But this card, it's a really powerful card. And I say that because I feel like I say that a lot, but I say that especially for this card because front and center, you see that beautiful elk. You see the traveler on top of the elk, could be male, could be female, but they're in the midst of a forest. My intuitive read is the fog is lifting. It could be rolling in, but I like to think the fog is lifting only because you have these beautiful blue butterflies flying, and it looks like the sun is starting to shine through the forest. And I can't tell if this traveler is leaving that castle in the back or headed towards a castle. But elk symbolism, if you Google elk symbolism, there is a lot of information about elk symbolism from various cultures. I mean, various cultures dating back centuries, decades, centuries. They've been around for a long time. So some of the standout ones about elk is they are very independent. They are very strong. They are a symbol of protection. They are a symbol of prosperity. There's a lot of stories about hunters going and hunting for the tribe when the tribe was hungry and finding an elk that fed the entire tribe for a week and getting everybody back on track. There's a lot of symbolism with shamans or guides in different tribes. They would wear elk antlers on their head, and it's believed that that would help them receive their divine wisdom, their higher guidance, because they believed antlers, reach up to the divine, to the cosmos for wisdom. So elk represent wisdom, they represent protection, they represent independence. There's a lot of folklore that, when the traveler is uncertain on their path, the elk comes in as a way to protect and guide them back on path. And that's kind of what this card speaks about. So I'll read a quick little message from this Oracle book. And of course, all information about the guidebook is listed in the description for this video. I also have an Instagram page where I post the full description from the guidebook on my page if you are on Instagram. So in this life, there will be many voices telling you the right way to go. They can be confusing and sometimes contradictory, pointing out all the interesting paths that you could take. Just know that this life is yours and yours alone. No one else can tell you the path that is yours to walk, for only you know the way. If you've pulled this card, then know that you're going in the right direction. In addition, this card can also mean that you might need to listen to your inner voice now regarding a future decision. Take some time to reflect on the voices that you might have been listening to. Is there one that is drowning out your own? It's a really powerful question to ask. Because what happens, when I see butterflies, for me, represents transformation, some way, shape, or form. Something is shifting and changing in your world, the world around you. So there's something new coming in, there's something old crumbling away, being left behind, needing to change. You're in transformation and change. And sometimes when we are in, there's that saying, it's hard to see the path from amongst the trees. It's hard to know where you're going when you're in the middle of the forest. So sometimes getting that bird's eye view, that divine wisdom on which way to go can be helpful. And transformations, I don't think any of them are super easy, especially if they're really big ones. Sometimes they can be easy, but the really big ones in life, when you're making a big life change, it's not easy. And so the path can get a little blurry. There can be a lot of, you're looking at these trees, there's a lot of different directions you can go from here. And there can be a lot of outside influences on the shoulds. You should be doing this, should be doing that, should be different. I love my friend Corey. She always says, "Quit shooting on yourself." Speaking of Corey, Corey and Peyton, the three of us do a monthly energy update. So we posted one for September. In September, in the section of my reading, it did talk about there could be a lot of swirly information around you, a lot of other opinions, sometimes information that's being presented as true actually being false. And so this is a really key time to go and tap into your natural intuition, your natural wisdom. You already have that connection to your higher guidance, to the divine. You're born that way. Like, it's innately yours. It's just taking a little pause and slowing down to connect to your inner voice. And if you are hearing doubts, if you are hearing a strong voice, just check in and say, where is this message coming from? Is this my true beliefs? Is this my higher guidance? Or is this coming from somewhere else, mine or others? One of the first questions I would teach, or I teach my students in the clairvoyant program when they're learning to trust their intuition. Is it mine or other? Is the energy yours or other? Is the information yours, or is it coming from somewhere else? If it's somewhere else, where? Higher guidance, guides, old programming, other people around you. We pick up information all the time, everywhere. So this is a beautiful card about changes, the midst of change. Sometimes can be foggy, sometimes can be blurry, sometimes you don't know exactly the right next steps, but sometimes you have that inner calling as far as what direction do you want to go? Where does your heart want to go? And the fog will lift, a path will be shown, you will be protected, following your authentic truth, your wisdom, your strength. Elk are also known for being able to travel long distances to find food. So having that endurance, that strength, you've got it. That's what this card is symbolizing for today. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.